and some of them are really nice, which you'll find out soon enough. But yeah. So, which one do you want to spiel with?
I think you've made a huge mistake.
She definitely did.
Yeah.
Selling, getting rid of the Templars was fine, but selling to the Tevinter mages, just atrocity.
Yeah, quite.
An alliance with Tevinter is a terrible mistake.
All hope of peace died with Justinia. This bargain with Tevinter would not have been my first choice, but we had no choice. We are losing this war. I needed to save as many of my people as I could.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
Interesting. So, if you don't know, Alexius was part of the Redcliffe mission that we saw at, I believe it was E3. And Alexius is one of the magisters from Winter, and we also get into the whole spiel of who he is, who his son is, and who his apprentice is.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
Everything. Okay. Where do you want to start with?
You pick.
Indentured.
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
Your turn next. We'll do one more question and then we'll jump right into it.
I think number 6.
Number 6? Where is the Earl?
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Arl Tegan did not abandon his lands during the Blight, even when they were under siege.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
So what do you think? I think let's negotiate. Kind of has the undertones to be evil. This is a long way from home. It's really like, we're just passing it by.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or I need mages for the breach.
Be proactive.
I need mages for the breach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here to get mages to close the breach.
Right, to business. I understand, of course. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
So what do you think? We don't. Oh wait, no. I do want to run with 2, just because of the animation of the chair right here. It's actually kind of entertaining. I don't know. I like it personally.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be. Felix.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Okay, so do you know what's coming up?
Secretive.
I don't know what's coming up.
I do.
My playthrough hasn't got to this part yet.
Oh my.
We'll be careful, but we need to figure out
I
what's
really
going
do.
on.
If you missed that, you can actually choose. It's one of the conversations that's just kind of overheading, or it's on the overhead, and you don't have to respond to it. You can just run and just completely ignore it, or you can actually participate with the banter between you and your companions. There are certain ones that are very specific to the area. If you remember, if you have seen it in the prologue, the first one you get, I think, is Varric, whenever he's talking about your lineage. Especially if you are from Ostwick as a human noble, if I remember correctly, right off the top of my head. And if you want to know, we are playing PC, so this is all on keyboard mouse, and PC Master Race.
Steady.
I know. I need to calm myself down here. So don't forget, we are going to also look at the little note that we got. So if you noticed, Felix, who is his son, Alexius' son, he gives you a note as he falls on you, and he's like, come to the Chantry. Why would we need to come to the Chantry, you ask? Well, I hope you haven't been following me on Twitter, because you absolutely know what's going on. But, oh, and by the way, this is Redcliffe. Oh, before I get all the way over, let me just show you. And oh, I just totally passed her on the conversation. This is Redcliffe. That's the castle. And then you'll be able to go to the castle later down the line. Beautiful. I won't go into her conversation, but Sister Tanner is someone you want to speak with if you want to gain just a little more power. And I totally suggest bringing Varric, because it really helps. So we're going to go into the Chantry and talk to Felix a little bit. I really like these cards. They go into the thing. Oh, so if you don't know, we're going to be going to a huge spoiler right now. So you might want to dip or mute or cover your eyes, because it is going to talk about a little bit. We're in Redcliffe Village right now, and we're basically going through the Redcliffe mages plot right now. This isn't you confirming that you are siding with mages. This is just conversations and getting things started.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Introducing Dorian Paper. Yeah, so... Oh, I don't want to die. So Nick, tell us what you do at Bioware while I destroy everything and save Dorian.
Okay, so having invested the last nearly 3 years into the project, I started as an environment artist, but transferred into tech art and started looking after surface shaders and the materials, and working with lots of different teams actually. Mostly with the environment team, but also worked with the character guys to polish the followers and the advisors and the NPCs. And also worked a little bit with the visual effects team.
How much?
Never tire of looking at it, because it's turned out to be such a beautiful thing.
It really is beautiful. It's actually extravagant. And I thank you for your service on this. Oh my god, that just sounded so never mind. I'm in tactical mode. I'm just gonna destroy things. So what would you say is your favorite class whenever you decide to play this off?
Well, my playthroughs have always been Human Warrior. That's the class that I enjoy playing.
Every single time?
Pretty much, yeah. Although I'm advised from plenty of people, yourself included, that Rogue's the way to go. But I like the Warrior class.
Not exactly the way to go, but it's definitely a lot of fun running everywhere. Oh, hey, Sarah's gonna die. Oh. Or I can throw bees. Are there any enemies for bees? Do we want bees? There's only one enemy. Let's just roll. We're fine. Oh no, I lied. We are so not fine right now.
a terror.
It's only a tear into the Fade, where all the demons come from.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Okay. So let's roll in on conversations. But we don't really have that many choices on here. Where's Felix, or you're a Magister?
You're a Magister?
You're a Magister? Magister?
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
We're not barbarians, we're Ferelden.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
This will come up, so definitely listen to this part.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
So if we're going to be the aggressive Inquisitor, what?
I'd tell him to stop grandstanding. That's what I'd tell him to do.
He's expecting applause.
Stop talking like you're waiting for applause. Just tell me what's going on.
What? There's no applause? Fine. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
What? And which one?
Your turn.
That sounds bad, is really...
Stating the obvious. Well,
yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, yeah.
I've never heard of magic that controls time.
Manipulating time itself? Many have attempted over the ages, but never once succeeded.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
I don't trust you.
I don't trust you either.
Aw, why would you say that? Fine, I'll choose it.
Why should I believe any of this?
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it. Ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys?
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
So the Venatori is one of the enemy factions in Dragon Age Inquisition. The way that they are mix of mages, mix of warriors, you're gonna see them a lot whenever you actually play this game, and they are jerks. They are hard hitters, and they will kill you if you don't pay attention. And they're actually quite fun to play against in multiplayer. Why does he want it?
Yeah.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
So if you're just playing catch up for the stream right now. We are at the Red Cliff Village. My name is Ash. This is Nick. Nick works at Bioware. I have been making Dragon Age lore videos for quite some time. And we're talking to Dorian and also Felix. And Felix's father, Alexius, is a magister from Tevinter. And long story short, he's a Venatori, or the leaders.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
I'm flattered.
I am flattered.
All this for me? And here I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
So for that last bit, for anyone who actually wants to romance Dorian or wants to just have normal conversations with him or anything like that, always go for the sarcastic ones. The sarcastic moments. His conversations really shine. The writers have done wonderfully for this one. So you don't pick up Dorian just yet. He will appear later whenever you decide to, oh, am I doing more spoilers now? Should probably stop. He comes later.
Let's just subtly segue into massive spoilers and then apologize later.
How about instead tell us about who your Inquisitor is? What'd you roll?
So my first one that I've been showing people has been Sindara Trevelyan. The way that she is a female human rogue who, if you don't know the human rogue or warrior background, basically is a noble from Ostwick, which is in the Free Marches. So you do have a sense of respect from the other people. Compared to the other Inquisitors like Canary, Elf, and Dwarf, you do have a presence as a human.
This whole business is distasteful. Perhaps we are better off pursuing the Templars instead.
Just pick one, because both sides need to boot up the Jack side.
Sorry, I always like the conversation right after. But yes, so Ostwick is like, the Trevelyan family is a noble family, and people do recognize it, and you're treated less like crap when it comes to our legions. When it comes to our legions and all those others, although, oh, someone's trying to talk to me. Oh no, I walked away. That's one of the things. I walked too far away.
Hello again.
Hello again, even though I just ran away. Nope, I'm gonna run away. GG. That's the best part about this. You don't have to talk to them. You can just be a jerk and be like, no, I don't want to talk to you. That's fine. But let's go around. Now, one thing I do want to show for anyone who's interested, if you have imported something to Dragon Age Keep, which is the way of importing your world state, the way, all the decisions that you made in Origins and 2, it basically, like, there are different, cameos, NPCs who will recognize the world that you are existing in. And let's see if I can find her. There's a woman storyteller who will tell you the stories that may be relevant to your interests if you are importing. I'm not sure if this is...
When a blood mage poisoned our Lehman, the ashes of Andrastia herself brought the arm back from his enchanted slumber.
She kind of hints at what happened as far as who is king, who is queen, or is no one king or queen. Or you can just run away and then just listen to it for yourself. And you can ask her a little bit more about Redcliffe and she'll go into that. And other different small things. I'm not sure if there's a world state on here. But welcome to the rest of Redcliffe, which is actually quite huge. And this is a part of Hinterlands. So if you look at the big map, where you start off is in the middle. Let's see here. At the outskirts camp. You start right here. This is where Redcliffe is, all the way at the top. And then somewhere around here is the dragon fight, where you should totally be at a higher level, unless if you want to die.
Yeah, hugely.
Yes, we kind of ran into the dude.
Yeah, we got annihilated. But,
She hurt.
yeah. Yeah.
And then, oh, and also the Fade Rift, which is right here, also be, I don't know, what level would you suggest for that one?
It's that one, I think. It's the one at the waterfall at the end of the river.
Yes.
That's...
No, that's on the farm. I think it's the right one, to be honest. Because it's at the foothold, isn't it?
Okay, is that not the lake camp?
It could.
Oh no, that's the farms camp. If that's the lake camp, that's the one.
All right.
I think, but it's as hard as nails anyway. You need to spend a while powering yourself up before you tackle it.
Yeah, it's in the middle, so you just don't think about it. But then whenever you actually engage in it, you're gonna die. So. Okay. So anyway, where do you want to go? I'm not sure about timing, but let's see here. So one of the things that is really cool about this game is that even if you're in a cave, you can fast travel out. You can dip out and just go straight into Haven from wherever you are. And it's just really easy. Oh, we can get another camp. That would actually work. Or possibly die. But yeah, if you have any questions about what's going on in the whole Dorian spiel, you do get another quest that you have to follow. You just follow the main plot, and it just works out pretty well. And there are different merchants. Oh, there are really cool merchants that pop up that just sell weapon schematics. So I definitely suggest, like, if you have the gold, get a couple. It's actually really convenient. And you can so one of the things about this game is that you can actually craft your weapons and also your armor. And one of the best parts about it is that you can choose like the different kinds of, for instance, if you watched earlier in the stream, you saw my nug coat, and it's very pink, and very embarrassingly pink.
Yogurt pink leather coat.
Yeah.
Yikes. That's the word for it.
Yikes is really the best. We can actually, we'll craft. But, oh, and I spent too much gold. Sorry.
Bravo.
Oh, I didn't mean to. It just kind of happened that way. Cool. So, oh, don't forget, if you have any questions in the chat about what you want to see in Redcliffe, feel free to just show it a little bit. Or to, wow, was I saying words right there? Ask your questions in the chat.
What's the chat say?
Yes, we have it. Ooh, so, fun fact, don't fall into the water. Because you'll die. And then you'll just get resurrected back. Let's see here. What horse do we have attached to this one? We're just going to walk around a little bit.
I found on my playthrough, I found using the horse an awful lot. It's very quick, point to point, when you can't fast travel.
Yes.
Like in a lot.
And whenever you have enemies, you just kind of barrel them down. Well, not these NPCs. They're actually they'll stand.
If you say so.
Now, what do you think? What should we do? Should we kill a Fade Rift? Should we...
I think if you take a camp, that's a pretty good. Which is the closest one?
The one that's south, I think, is the closest one. We'll have to fast travel
there, yeah. So where's the next camp?
Oh, wait. It's this one.
Is that it?
Holding
yes.
the Hinterlands.
Awesome.
So there are a whole bunch of camps within the Hinterlands that you should totally get. Not only does it improve your power, but also you have just more places to fast travel around the map. But yeah, so for anyone who's getting lost, since we're on the traveling screen, my name is Ash, this is Nick. Nick works at Bioware, and smile for the camera, Nick.
Yeah, well.
And then also, I do Dragon Age videos, and I had the opportunity to come up here because Bioware is pretty awesome. And I hope that actually picked up on the microphone because I should probably talk a little bit louder. But in any case, if you can definitely check all of the VODs for today's stream on twitch.tv/Bioware/profile. And you can see the past broadcasts. You can see Allegra was just here. She was the voice of Josephine Montillier. I cannot say French, so, or any variation of, where am I going?
Breaking the game.
But she was just here, and you can go back and listen to her segment. Also, the developers, Mike Laidlaw, Cameron Lee, they were all here too. They were talking about a whole bunch of different stuff. Also, coming up, it's also going to be Matt Goldman and Matt Rhodes. They're going to be talking about the art in Dragon Age, which by far is absolutely amazing and surpasses, in my opinion, Origins. And that's a tall thing to say, but if you look at the cards, if you look at the actual, like, the way that they kind of made it a little bit more elegant in the game. And of course, Sarah's portrait, if you see that huge thing, that was fun. I have no idea. Do you remember how to get that place that we need to go? That thing? Without
Go to the crossroads and then northeast.
Oh, if you are really lazy, you can do this. which is what I do a lot, I'm not gonna lie. You don't also have to travel to camps, you can also travel to these like little beacons. So there are different ones around the map as well. They're like little hubs, like this one, the crossroads.
Of course.
Long day.
We've got sprint or dash, there you go.
There you go. I'm so scared that I'm going to run into something that I don't want to run into something. There's an Inquisition soldier. Oh, I imagine the quest is already done. There are other Inquisition soldiers that are like scattered. You'll see them. Sometimes you'll have to save them. Sometimes they'll just be there to talk real quick. There's a lot of interactions across the map, and I don't want to hit that guy because we just want to go peacefully into the corner. I think we go up. We go up.
I think so.
The good thing about this is that you can do disengage, so you don't actually have to, like, for instance, let's say you aggro an enemy and they're pretty mean and whatever, and then you're like, oh, I have really low health. Well, you know what, you can totally skip it. Oh, for a second I thought that was a bear. You never want to run into a bear in the Netherlands, you just don't.
What difficulty are we on at the moment?
I hope we're on normal.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I don't
Just
trust
checking.
it. Oh, wait. I definitely went the wrong way, and we're just gonna pass by these Templars. Because, no. I went the wrong way. You're so behind. This is why I wanted you to take control. I was like, I'm gonna mess up here. We're gonna go walk around, and it's gonna be a revisiting of yesterday's gameplay where I just walked in circles.